morning and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahil Philippos and let's get you started with the day's big story. Easing the rules for academic collaborations between Indian and foreign universities, the University Grants Commission approved key amendments including a provision for dual degree programs. Both the Indian and foreign institutions will give separate and simultaneous degrees for a course of the same discipline and at the same level. Indian universities that meet a minimum academic standard will not need UGC's permission to offer such programs. Next up are our stories exclusive to the Indian Express. In an interview with the Indian Express, former Assam Congress chief and Rajya Sabha ex-MP Ripun Bora, who switched to the Trinamool Congress recently, has said that he repeatedly alerted the Congress High Command about the corrosive effects of infighting, but no action was taken. And now for our stories from the front page. Two men arrested by the Delhi Police Special Cell on terror charges have allegedly identified a Pakistani army officer as one of the persons they met while undergoing training in Pakistan from a photograph shown to them of that officer with IAF Wing Commander Abhinandan Vartaman, who was in Pakistani custody for a brief spell 3 years ago, according to a charge sheet filed in a Delhi court. Both were allegedly trained by Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, according to the charge sheet. Two Meerut-based brothers accused of running an international cattle smuggling syndicate were killed in a gunfight between policemen and suspected militants close to the India-Bhutan border, where the duo were being taken for further investigation. The two were arrested in UP last week and handed over to Assam police. 4 policemen were also injured in the shooting but are currently out of danger. Amid concerns in certain quarters regarding a possible shortage of fertilizers in the country in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Fertiliser Secretary Rajesh Kumar Chaturvedi said Russian companies have been honoring a supply agreement they signed with India last December, and the total availability of fertilizers is anticipated to be higher for the upcoming Kharif season. On the disruption in fertilizer supply, Chaturvedi said the supply of DAP from Morocco is affected since Morocco procures ammonia from Russia for DAP manufacturing. Next up are some of our must-read stories for the day. From Honda to Maruti Suzuki, the need for charging infrastructure as a prerequisite for battery electric vehicles to find more space in the market is driving four-wheeler vehicle makers to introduce hybrid electric options. These are cars that feature an internal combustion engine alongside an electric motor in the mid-size vehicle segment. In our opinion section today, Harvard Medical School professor Vikram Patel writes on the discrepancy between official data on COVID deaths and estimates offered by scientists. Accused of running a pyramid fraud in the guise of a direct selling multi-level marketing network, Amway India Enterprises saw its assets worth rupees 757.77 crore being frozen by the Enforcement Directorate this week. The ED said Amway collected rupees 27,562 crore from its business operations from 2002-2003 to 2021-2022, out of which it paid commission of rupees 7,588 crore to its distributors and members in India and the US. What is the ED case about and what is the magnitude of the alleged fraud? We explain. The poorest population were hit the hardest by the COVID pandemic. The Lokniti CSDS study on urban slums, which looked at the livelihood concerns of slum residents in Delhi, has just confirmed this further. Unemployment emerged as the biggest difficulty for about a quarter of respondents, followed by other concerns related to basic amenities. The pandemic only intensified the already existing employment concerns among the urban poor. But despite the employment crisis, more than half respondents said they would continue to live in Delhi if given the choice to settle down in their village for the same work and money. And finally, the morning practice group won't be the same again. The cream of the crop of youngsters from table tennis clubs in Chennai practiced under one roof 3 times a week under the tutelage of senior pro Achanta Sharat Kamal, an Olympian and medalist at the Asian Games and Commonwealth Games. On Sunday noon, the group lost a member. Vishwa Deen Dayalan, 18, a cadet and sub-junior national champion, died in a road accident when travelling from Guwahati to Shillong for the senior national and interstate championships. And that's all for today's Morning Expresso. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express's YouTube channel for the latest news updates.